Hey guys, this is Matt Core from Ctrl+Paint.com, and today we are going to talk about mixing and matching your color roughs. If you've been in Control Paint for a while, you've probably seen a similar video about thumbnails. And this is certainly the same idea, but we're going to do it with a little bit more finished drawings. And there's a reason for that. If I'm trying to create an interesting character, I'm definitely going to start out with thumbnails. And then the next step is often a sort of more polished color rough. Well, sometimes you will have all the right ideas in front of you. They just might not be in the right combination. And so in this document here, I've created some sort of paper dolls, and then I'm going to recombine them in different ways and hopefully come up with a solution. Now, in order for this to work right, I've actually put all of my characters on a single layer. And what this allows me to do is to do some quick lasso marks and just grab the piece I want. And you notice I'm not being very careful, and that's probably because I'm gonna sort of piece these together a bit and do a little bit of extra painting. So I've spent some time drawing up front, and now I'm gonna sort of multiply that time by the iteration of these pieces. And you can see I'm putting them on top of the little gray size chart, and that's just so I keep my proportions intact. And once I have all these pieces, flatten them down, and I'll put him down there. And I can just keep doing this. It might have taken me an hour or 2 hours to get these original thumbnails, but now in a matter of a minute or two, I can generate an additional one. So this is a really efficient way to use your time. And of course, it's not going to give you perfect drawings. These are roughs, so it's okay that they don't have perfect seams and that they're a little bit messy. But I find that sometimes artists will fail to mix and match their own artwork. Because sometimes really what you need is a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and you don't need to start from scratch each time. And in this way, you can come up with the perfect solution from the recombination of the pieces you already had in place. And there's almost always a little extra painting that I do on top, but again, I don't need to worry about it being too clean. I've skipped ahead here about 5 or 6 minutes, and you can see I made a number more of these, and I used the exact same method. So there's really not a lot technically that's challenging about this, but there's a few reasons why this did work for me. First, I made sure that all of my characters were in a similar color palette. This means that when I mix and match, there's not going to be a lot of clashing happening. Additionally, all the characters are standing in essentially the same pose. There's a little bit of variation, but not a whole lot. And this means that I can cut and paste, and I'm still going to end up with something that looks human. And finally, it was all on a single layer to begin with, and that is essential for this. Also, for me, I like to have the characters isolated on a transparent layer. Although if you wanted to have white of the background, that would be okay too. Again, this is all about quick iteration, not necessarily good craftsmanship. But you can see how this technique would really multiply your output, spending some time up front and then saving a lot on the back end. So next time you're trying to come up with a character design or really anything, try mixing and matching your roughs, and you might find the solution was really there all along. Thanks for coming to the site, guys.